Good day to anyone who's watching. So today we will be doing a recreational activity, specifically painting. I am not that good in athletic stuff such as dancing and the like. That's why we will paint. So let's go. So we're starting by placing the paper, keeping it in place by using masking tape. So the materials we will be using are first a reference photo, flat brush, and a round brush. You may have a bigger one. And painting. You can use any paint, but I have acrylic paint, cotton buds, gel pen, and mixing plate. But I'm used to call it a palette. So the first step we will do is to paint the background. As you can see here, and the colors we will be needing are ultramarine, white, light blue, black, and yellow mid. We will put small amounts of paint on the palette so that there will be, so much waste. And why I kept the dried acrylic on the palette is because it's in the captions. By using the flat brush, we're now on to painting the first color. The first color is ultramarine, and this color will be on the top part of the image we will be creating. Just put the small amounts on your paintbrush and start painting. I'm doing it horizontally because it'll be easier for the colors for the paint to blend. Then we use the light blue color and just keep on painting, keep on layering until we reach the full color effect. So it really does take a while when painting, but it is fun. For me, it's an artsy person, but I do hope that you will like this kind of recreational activity too. So after painting the blue part, the next step there is to complete the rest of the background. But for now, we still need to do a little bit of layering so that we can fully achieve the look. And there we have it. So after painting the upper part of the background, we will use a white paint and paint it below the light blue color. This will be useful when we will blend the yellow part later on. So the same thing, layering is important. Layer it on top of each other so we can fully achieve the blended look. Right here is the water I use for rinsing my brushes, and it is important to have water with you so that the colors on your brush, especially when you're using only one brush, the colors on the brush won't mix. So there I use a tissue to make my brush dry, and you may also use a cloth, the better. So after painting the white part, we're now on to the next step, which is painting the rest of the background. So we will start by painting the yellow mid part of the image, of the art we're doing. After painting the yellow part, we now add a red-orange color and blend it on the yellow color, to achieve the sunset look of the sky. After finishing the sky background, we now paint the silhouette look of the buildings, the darkest part of the background. So we will be using a black paint, of course. By the use of a flat brush, and then start painting. Same process, everyone, same process. Now that we're done finishing the background, we may now start outlining or drawing the silhouettes of the city, the buildings, structures, mountains, houses that we can see from a distance or from afar. After finishing the outline, we may now start filling in by using a round brush. You may also use a flat brush if you're more comfortable with that, and just continue painting. So it doesn't have to be perfect. It's okay to have lampas because we will be doing the faded effect or the blur effect on the buildings later on. Then I use the flat brush to fill in the rest of the silhouette. Then there I start adding the blur effect or the fading effect of the silhouette, and it doesn't need to be that much. Now that we're done finishing the silhouette part, I'm just waiting for it to dry. We will now proceed on the next step, which is painting the silhouettes in bokeh effect. I don't know how to pronounce that one, but yeah. Then again, we will be using a cotton buds. I prepare 3 because Tagalogin ko po muna. Naghihimulmul po kasi yung cotton buds. Naghahalo rin po yung kulay, hindi naman po siya pwedeng basain. So, yun. Then the colors we will be needing are red, orange, yellow mid, scarlet, white, then light blue. So the bokeh effect is in a circular shape and will be easier to paint if we use cotton buds. So yeah. So the thing here is you just need to dip the cotton buds, dab it like so, and once the paint is already on the cotton buds, we may now start painting. For me, I use my finger as my second palette. I'm already used to it kasi pag dinadab ko siya sa finger, mas nakakalat yung paint dun sa brush. Then after that, we just have to dab it randomly. Hindi kailangan perfect. Imperfection is beauty. So you can see that the cotton bud has made an outline of the circle and we need to fill it to create the dot. I'm just using my round brush to fill it in and I just have to fill in the rest. Then we have the next color, it's red-orange, and we just have to repeat the same process on all colors. So according to foxhillresidences.com, under their topic about the health benefits of painting, when people create something beautiful, they stimulate the creative mind while also relieving mental strain. If you release your anxiety through painting, it helps you to unwind and let go of all the pressures that plague the mind. Pretty cool, right? So share ko lang po na learning how to paint should be pleasure than pressure, to be honest. Because usually when people think about painting, they are already seeing it as the highest form of art, like an artistry that only professionals can achieve. Well, that is what I thought of it too. Maybe because of the materials we need and the process it takes. That's when I realized that what we really need is creativity, you know? And now we're on to the next color, which is lemon yellow. As you can see, it is much more larger than the past dots. And it is done to achieve that bokeh effect. I just keep on putting random dots with the same colors. Then after that, we will put some highlights. So I used a white paint for the highlights, so I did the same thing. And it gives an actual glow of the bokeh effect. Don't worry po, malapit na po tayo matapos. to paint the clouds and the diamond-shaped wire fences, but before that, I still need to put some little highlights on the bokeh lines. I mean the bokeh effect. Now let's proceed by painting the clouds. I used cotton buds for this one, and I started off using ultramarine, followed by black, light blue, and a little bit of yellow. Obviously, it didn't end well as it should, but it's still part of the art. So the next step is painting the diamond-shaped wire fence haba. So the first thing we need to do is to sketch it, like make an outline of it. And it's really not perfect, it's not proportional, but there are many fences that is not proportional, you know. Like I used old fences. So yeah, that's our doing. So after painting the fence, I mean the base of the fence, we're now adding the highlights, which is the final step of the painting. Yay! And now we're done with our painting. Yay! Hope you had fun watching the video, and this is me taking it off the table. Don't worry about the, lumampas. Pwedeng mabakbak yan. And yeah, this is the comparison. They're pretty.